Vatican City is the capital of the Catholic Church, and the smallest country on earth.
It is home to the Pope and holds an incredible collection of art and history. All this is contained within the borders of the world's smallest sovereign nation. You can comfortably walk around the entire country in just 40 minutes. How did the world end up with such a tiny, unique nation? The short answer is Mussolini, but the long answer is quite complicated. To understand this, we must look back at the history of the Papal States. The popes once ruled a vast country that covered much of modern-day Italy. During this time, they built the largest church in the world, St. Peter's Basilica. They also built a wall around the Vatican Hill where St. Peter stood. The neighboring Kingdom of Italy wanted Rome as their capital and conquered the Papal States. The Pope hid behind the walls, refusing to acknowledge the new Kingdom of Italy. Rather than starting a war, the Italians decided to wait for the Pope to give up. But the popes were stubborn, and after 60 years, nothing had changed. In return, the Pope acknowledged Italy and promised to remain neutral in politics. The deal was signed, and a new country, Vatican City, was finally born. Today, the nation has its own government, laws, and even its own police force. They even have their own jail for those who break their laws. The country also prints its own stamps and has its own bank. It issues its own license plates for vehicles within its borders.
Vatican City is truly unique compared to any other country on the planet.
It has its own domain name, .va, and its own unique administration. To understand the Vatican, you need to distinguish between the Pope and the Holy See. The Pope has a special throne, and the Holy See represents the institution. Popes come and go, but the Holy See remains an eternal institution. The Holy See is essentially a legal corporation in international law. The King of Vatican City holds absolute power within the country's borders.
It is one of the few remaining absolute monarchies in the world today.
This is why Vatican City cannot join the European Union, which requires democracy.
The Pope can overrule any decisions made by the legislative branch at any time.
The Pope and the King are the same person, which creates a unique situation. The Pope is elected, making it the only elected absolute monarchy in existence. This dual role makes understanding the Vatican quite difficult for many people. Imagine if a large company convinced a country to give them an island. That island becomes a country, and the company's CEO becomes its absolute king. The company would move its headquarters to benefit from the new nation's laws. The United Nations recognizes the Holy See, not the physical country of Vatican City. The Holy See issues passports that other countries accept,
even as a corporation.
Citizenship in the Vatican is not based on birth, as no one is born there.
Citizenship is granted by the king, usually to those who work for the Holy See.
There are only about 500 citizens, fewer than in many single office buildings. Most citizens work as diplomats, guards, or in other church-related roles. Vatican City functions more like a corporate headquarters than a real city-state.
Unlike Singapore, it lacks a self-reproducing population and diverse economic activities.
It is a unique entity that does not rely on traditional population growth. The world cares about Vatican City because of its global religious influence.
It represents billions of members of the Catholic Church around the world. This is why Vatican City remains a significant and unique place today.